Hello and welcome back. Here's an update to my video that I just recently posted. Sick fish, please help. Well, apparently I had ick. It was a very nasty case of ick. I'd never seen it so bad. They were covered so thick by ick at the point that I made the video that it looked like velvet disease. So here's how I arrived at that situation. I set up my tank, cycled it, did very well. Everything was good. I purchased my fish, I put them in the tank, and everything was going good. I waited about 4 or 5 days for them to acclimate and come out of hiding. They didn't come out of hiding or anything, so I talked to an LFS in my area. Well, it's not really in my area, he's about 20 miles away, and he suggested that I get these tiger barbs. So I put some tiger barbs in there, and it did the trick. I called them the walkers from The Walking Dead. It was just great because they just got everybody out of the caves, and everybody had to just kind of, all the other fish had to kind of bind together, and things were just happening. They were swimming around. It was looking great. I loved my tank. It was beautiful. Well, there was something wrong with them tiger barbs. They started swimming nose down, and then they'd belly up, float up like towards the top of the tank, and then right side up again and swim off. Seen a couple of them that were laying on the rock, just flat on their side, just laying there. I'd go to scoop them out with a net, and he'd swim off. That was the weirdest thing. Every morning I'd wake up, and inside the Eheim 350 I would find yet another tiger barb. So I thought, well, hey man, that was a good chunk of change I spent on that. It's doing its job. That's awesome. It's picking things up. So I didn't have to dig my hands in there. But I was still concerned, and I didn't know what was going on. So I went up to one of the big box stores in my area, and I told them, hey, look, this is what's happening. So they prescribed this. It's Imaginarium. It was made for their store, specifically to treat ick. Now, as you've seen, I have a cheap light up there. I'm trying to keep the light dim so that way, because these guys, I'll explain here in a minute, they haven't been in the tank that long today. So I used that for about 3 or 4 days, and it wasn't helping. The tiger barbs were still dying, and at this point my gold severum had already contracted the ick. And it was ick. It was showing on her. That would look like salt all over her body. All the while, I had 2 clown loaches, no signs of anything. Swimming around, feeding, no problems. I mean, no signs of ick, which was very odd, I thought, because they're the most susceptible. So the severum died, and I went back up there and I told them, look, man, this stuff isn't working. I need something different. So then they came up with this. It's made by Microlift. It's really, really good product. It said, Herbitana, 100% natural, controls parasites and diseases. These are all the things it does. White spot ick, gill flukes, skin flukes. And I thought that's definitely what I had was gill flukes. I thought it's definite. They were saying that they thought it was velvet disease. Again, this was Microlift product. Herbal Herbitana. So I read the directions. It says, do a 25% water change. It's a 10-day cycle for the medicine to work. So I did that. I put it in there. I wait. Nothing's getting better at all. More fish are getting sick. More fish are dying. I lose both my clown loaches, and I've had enough. I was down to, out of all the fish I had, I was down to 2 H.cory chocolate cichlids. And that was it. I was done. I went to the local fish store and I said, look, what do you suggest? He gave me medicine, not herbal medicine. He gave me medicine. It was called Quick Cure by Mardell, and it treats everything that I needed. It was a 3-day treatment. However, it does turn your silicone in your tank blue, which I hope will fade. I don't know if you can see it. You see it down there at the bottom. The silicone's blue. I'm really not happy about that, but I'm sure it will fade. I'll let you know. I'll give you an update on that at a later date. So I put that in there, and within 2 days, my fish look 100% better. Very low signs of the ick, if any at all. So the LFS guy, the advisor, told me to do a second treatment of it, do a 25% water change, and do a second treatment of it. As described on the bottle, if you needed more than just the one cycle, do a 25% water change and do another cycle. All the while you have your carbon filters out, as you know, I'm sure. So I did a second one. Now this is day 7. So I did 2 cycles, and I decided to rearrange the tank for them because they'd been through so much. I took them out, I put them in a bucket. It took me about 4 hours to gut everything out and just make the tank, get it organized and do a nice job on the tank for them. And this is what we got. I put a piece of driftwood in there, some silk plants, rearranged the rocks, took out a lot of flat rocks, made a bunch of just little nooks and crannies, not caves. Like if you look back up in there, there's a deep nook and cranny back up in there. And I decided, because I thought that maybe by some chance I overloaded the tank, I added another filter. It's the Imaginarium 5575, which is doing a great job. So what I have running this tank now is a Pimplex Cascade 1000, Eheim Skim 350, and a 5575 Aqueon. I'm going to turn the light on here real quick, just for a little short time. There we go. This is what the tank looks like. It's nice. It's got, you can see the plants moving around a little, but not a lot. I don't have it, I'm not blasting them with current because they're lake or they're river fish. They like to be in the areas where it's a little bit lower tidal flow. So I'm trying to give them that. I'm trying to make sure that they're happy and make it as peaceful as possible. Anyways, I hope this video helped you in some way. And just so you know, because nobody made this video when I was looking, that you can change medications in the middle of treatment. It's probably not recommended, but if you do a water change, if you're concerned at all about whether or not you should, go ahead and put your carbon filter back in for 24 hours, do a 25% water change, and then go on with the medication. I suggest against changing medications because you should at least give it a fair shake. Give it the 100% that it says it's supposed to have. But if your fish are obviously getting worse, go talk to somebody that knows what's going on. Let them help you out. They helped me out, and I have 2 beautiful H.cories that are going to grow up, hopefully nice, beautiful, and strong, because I wasn't afraid to talk to somebody else who knew what was going on. Again, I hope this helps you in some way, and you have a great day.